Morgan volleys it to half forward. Connell underneath it, but Watts to help him out. Goldberg, good handball, another one. Here's Phillips. That's what he's done all final series. Capel's getting it to the Wizard. A goal apiece.
Well, he's been brilliant, Phillips, since coming onto the ground that elimination final in the first term. And I forget who was injured that time, but there we see Goldberg has equally been as good in this series. Onto Phillips, and Phillips has been a terrific roaming half forward. He just got a commission all across that forward line. He really does play the role extremely well.
South Road end. And it is freezing. Ross Booth.
Yes, it is very cool, Peter. And into the breeze goes Geary. A high one, dark skies at the back. Strong, too strong was Button.
That was a very good mark, Ross. Really used his strength to back into that pack.
Against a strong man in Paul Smith. So Breeze a bit from left to right for Button, aiming for their second goal. 4 minutes into the first quarter of the prelim final. And very versatile is Andrew Button. Play defence or attack. Allows for the Breeze. It brings it back beautifully. Second goal on the ball. On the board to the Tigers through Andrew Button.
Well, got behind the pack. McPherson putting the ball well out in front of Button. Wilson.
Yes, they missed him last week, and Wilson gets in for that hard ball. Good in the midfield.
Jackers is the target. Good strength from Aziz, a full push on him from Smith, and he still held it. Has to aim to the left, if anything. The Breeze gets it enough.
No.
Kept in play. No, it's a goal.
Behind the line.
Well, a little bit of theatre down there from the goal umpire, but Aziz, good kick under a bit of duress. And as I said, if he gets a goal early on, his confidence does blossom, and his team lead by 10 points. We've played 13 and a half minutes.
Yes, Peter. Tremendous goal developed by Werribee in midfield, Cullen, and then McPherson onto Wilson, and then onto Aziz via Button.
Clear space. Looks up towards Jeffs and Dyson Holland. Jeffs nicely placed at the back. But Dyson Holland, well done.
Magnificent mark. Dyson Holland.
Off to Phillips.
Jeffs.
Oh, Coop it is. It's Dougie Coop. And what a nice goal from the angle from Doug Coop, the veteran.
Yeah, brilliant skills in these tricky conditions. Both sides making light of the conditions. And that was a superb mark by Dyson Holland, who's doing very well at centre half forward. His reach is certainly worrying the Werribee defence. Here we see him drag it down and onto the running Coops. This is a trademark of Springvale's. Always numbers around the ball. The right option being executed and a fine kick. Yeah, just around the corner, I guess even he would be feeling the heat a little bit.
Jeff's kicks is smothered. Wilson there at the fall of the ball. Goldberg couldn't find a man. Now it's out to Scurra on his left foot. Good effort by Williams. A push. Well,
that's
I
soft.
thought it was a side push. The umpire decided it was in the back. It was a great effort by Peter Williams too. Here we see it again. Well, maybe the umpire was right.
Oh,
Wasn't
no.
much in it. Was not much in it at all. Virtually laying a tackle on the jumper.
When you consider what they've let go to date, it certainly wasn't in keeping with the standard.
20 metres from goal. Very confident a kick. And Springvale is in front.
Reynolds. Don McDonald.
Starting to get into the play, Reynolds too.
Yeah.
They've got plenty of men up forward here. Werribee. Button. Yes.
Oh, I was nearly going to yell out nominate because I saw him lurking, positioning his big frame.
He called it soon as McDonald got it.
Yep.
And never really looked in good position, Sam, did he?
He never ever, but I saw him focus his eyes. And once they were transfixed, he saw his body. He was manoeuvring the traffic around him. And of course, those vice-like grips.
Capel's complaining he was blocked with a run of the ball.
Button's second goal. Werribee have done all the scoring in this term. They lead by 9 points. We've played 6:20, second quarter.
That midfield doing well and around the packs, Phil, aren't they?
Yes, I just mentioned Rennett's getting into the play. Look at Button's use of the body there. Nothing in that. You could not play a free kick against Button there. He just stood his ground. Capels fell for it, bounced off him. Button did the rest.
There's the kick for one if that's a highlight of his career. Williams kicks it forward to McDonald. Smith couldn't really bend down far enough. Aziz, he's really battling well when he's not in possession. Ball went back to Button, and here's Aziz. He's got this one. Second for Joskin. His 93rd of the season.
Magnificent handball by Button there. Left-hander, Sam. Wasn't it a classic, you know, in a tricky breeze?
He's
It
been
was
terrific,
pinpoint.
Button.
Look at this. The left hand had to avoid Rod Morgan there, and Aziz just allows nicely for the breeze. Good goal, Jack.
Yeah, and McDonald did very well trapping the ball, attacked the ball ferociously, but
Dyson Holland held his ground. Knight. Breeze is going to help.
Yes!
There's the first goal of the quarter to Springvale. Dennis Knight gets it.
And they needed it, Sam, didn't they? But this bloke has been superb in the finals, a former Dandenong Premiership player. Out of the pack on that occasion. Dyson Holland, great handball.
good judgment.
He's under pressure, Knight. He doesn't realise it yet, but he's about to be by Cullen, but he gets the foot on the ball.
I think Cullen pushed him into it. I think he straightened him up a little bit. But there was a bit of a gap starting to appear on the scoreboard, and that was a badly needed one for the Vales.
Coop. No one's really tackled him properly yet. Jeff's got the handball. Watts runs into 2 or 3 players. Morgan got it through. Fogarty, goal. Whistle. No, it's a goal.
Sheer persistence, Peter, from Coop right through to Fogarty. The spill arrived.
Dyson Holland, I think it might have been, got a handball out. Here he is. Yes.
But I meant the earlier play of Coop as well under the pack. He was under a lot of pressure, and Fogarty finishes it off. That's Springvale to a T. You think they're just slipping, and they bounce back into action.
Back within 3 points.
McDonald's kick.
Afraid I'm not seeing a lot of these ruck infringements, actually.
That's shocking, that really is.
Well, it's a difficult one. Well, Simon Clark in particular could be a little bit hard done by because he knows everyone's trying to use their body against him because he just outleaps them.
It's about the first time one's gone against him. Didn't look a lot in it to me, but it's McDonald directly in front. Captain Coach has got the goal. Difference back to 9 points in favour of Werribee.
Yeah, inspirational leader McDonald. Doing well at half forward.
See, they hurt those free kicks, don't they, Sam? You know, throw up 40 metres out. Big cheer in the crowd. Must be a score coming through or something.
Well, the score here is a 9-point lead to Werribee. It's Knight in clear space at half forward. Plenty of time to steady. Centering kick towards Smith. In front. Over the back. Dyson Holland off the ground by Fogarty. Gets his second in the quarter and brings Springvale back in touch.
That's typical of bulk of Springvale scoring opportunities. They just persist and they work hard, and then all of a sudden, out of nothing, they conjure something up. And on this occasion, Fogarty with his second. He's certainly been a live wire up forward, Phil.
He's a very elusive forward, Sam. He can always put one through when it counts.
Cullen the shepherd for him. Wilson can kick a goal. No, goes to Power. Loves kicking goals. The wingman started on the bench, and his first possession should end up in a major in the preliminary final. Doesn't waste any time. Kicks the goal. 9-point leaders again are Werribee. We've played 23 minutes, second quarter. By Cullen. Williams. Aziz has got the break on Smith. Lamont. Power, the Bees trying to set something up. Can Smith beat Jack? No, he can't. He can give it away. Jack will kick it himself. 3 goals, Jack is. And it's a 3-goal lead for Werribee at half-time in the VFA preliminary final. Nice kick. Wilson, right. Smith front position. Oh, Aziz!
Superb mark, Jack. Used the body beautifully.
Go for home. There's no one in the square.
He has.
Geary. Richard Geary.
It was always on, Peter, wasn't it? There was no one home, as you rightly mentioned. And Aziz spotted that.
He didn't do it in the first term when he had the opportunity. Went back for his kick and didn't make the distance. That time he caught the Springvale backs. Richard Geary for his first goal, and that's the task he's got. A goal. 24 points the lead for Werribee. We've played nearly 6 minutes, second quarter.
Running through it, but now they're compelled to kick.
Cable's at full
Pack.
forward as Coop tries to get it. Dyson Holland caught by Wright. Onto the boot quickly by Phillips. Caples off the ground. Halfin keeps it in. Couldn't quite get his foot to it. Now Scurra.
Oh, sensation!
Magnificent goal from Scurra. Tight on the line. How did he get that through?
And that's what you need when you're down 24 points, struggling a little bit, being cut up in the midfield. And Scurra has pulled one completely out of the box, an absolutely miraculous spin onto the left boot. A la Steinsy from Port Melbourne. Brian Steins kicks those. A wizard.
Well, Werribee earned in defence there. They should have rushed that ball over the line.
Prelim final on a windy, cold day at Moorabbin.
Oh, yes, in the back. Phillips. Difficult shot from here, about 40 metres out, but the breeze cutting across the face of the goals there, right to left.
He kicked the first goal. It'll probably drop short. Crummers will be important. Well, it's got
Yes!
Well done, Craig Phillips. And Springvale have got 2 back, and they're down by only 10 points.
And that is a very, very difficult goal to kick, that one that Craig Phillips has put through. Might look all right on the screen, the distance. You might think that's an easy goal. With that wind coming across the face of the goals, pushing the ball, drifts back a fraction, but to get the distance is a big kick. That's a lifter for the Vales.
Goldberg, taken out beautifully by McDonald. Meanwhile, Springvale have the ball. O'Donnell kicks it wide towards Fogarty. He's not quick. Down he goes. Back he goes. Up he gets. Whips it out. No, he doesn't. Yes, he does to O'Donnell. A man linking up is Dyson Holland. Heads for goal. And gets it. And Springvale are within 4 points.
What a bit of play that was. Fantastic. Fogarty all over the place, trying to regain his feet. Got hold of it. Off she went. Ended up with Dyson Holland from O'Donnell. I think it was his. Fogarty finally gets it up. No. Yes. And then O'Donnell onto it. And look at this swoop. Beautifully. Right through the gap. Dyson Holland. Superb goal. Springvale right back in the game.
Well, this fairy tale will not die.
As Geary runs into space. Now, win behind Richard
Donald
Geary.
on his own.
Jaggers is on his own too. Well, everything going wrong there for Springvale. Werribee gets McDonald gets his second for the Tigers and makes the difference 10 points.
Badly needed steadier on that occasion. They got caught out, Springvale.
Off the boot, O'Donnell. Coop.
She's a good player, O'Donnell.
Yep.
Really good thinker.
Well, here's Knight. Good play from Coop.
The big 50 yelled out for there, but no, says the umpire, will pay it as it is.
Dennis Knight thought about going to Phillips.
They would get the distance, I reckon, here, Peter.
It's actually Fogarty making a lead in the pocket.
Important goal.
Has been kicked.
Oh, they won't lie down.
4 points the difference. Dennis Knight second. We've played 27.5 minutes of the third quarter.
Well, it's that midfield that's starting to move a bit. The likes of Knight, they're chipping in for the goal, but Kevin O'Donnell's been absolutely superb in this third quarter. There's the goal.
Of course, Werribee must look closely at that centre bounce area all day. I've watched him very closely this term. He just obviously hasn't played a great deal of football and paying the penalties.
The support of just about everyone as Knight scores a behind.
To get within 2 points. And Knight's lifted this term as well. He's pretty well held in that first half.
Oh,
it's a mini siren.
Sort of lid on the siren accidentally. Almost must be siren time, 29.5 minutes. An over-anxious timekeeper. Perhaps his hands are frozen.
He's waiting for Springy to have a shot.
just waiting for the ball to be kicked back into play. So 18 points up at half-time were Werribee. They now lead by 2 points. Springvale kicking 4 goals to 2 in that third term with the breeze. The goal kickers for Werribee, Aziz has got 3. Other multiples, McDonald and Button with 2 apiece. Singles, McMaster, Power and Geary. For Springvale, 2 to Phillips and Scurra, Fogarty and Knight. Singles, Dyson, Holland and Coop. We're set for a stirring last term with a place in the grand final at stake between Werribee and Springvale, with the Bees in front of the Vales by 2 points. 5.5 minutes gone of the last quarter. Rennett gets it to the wing. McDonald to Power. Cullen was calling for it inside. Smith came out. Aziz, his opponent, gives it to Lamont. Goal! Werribee go in front. Square with that goal.
And McDonald farming off that hand pass to Power. Set it all up. Aziz, quick hand pass to Johnny Lamont here. We'll see Aziz.
Gee, a mistake there though, Sam, by Paul Smith.
Should have run at the ball and taken the mark, but he hesitated because he saw Morgan coming across.
Unsung heroes for Springvale. Rennett. Caples. He's found Scurra. Fogarty goes past him. Dyson Holland. 35 out. Sausage! In front by 6 points. The Vales.
Well, they pace and pace. It's kept them in this game. May well see them victorious at the end. But their slick ball handling and their link up in midfield has really been the key.
He just left
right
in his wake there, Dyson Holland. His second goal.
Terrific play, Peter. What a final this is. We've had some great finals in this, the 1993 VFA season. Forward, sorry, Pete.
Clark floats in to take the grab.
Well, he hasn't taken many of these behind play, kick back, Peter. If he starts getting into the game, as so often he does late.
Had 4 marks today. Dyson Holland. No, it's Smith.
On the left footer.
Scurra. Oh, didn't get the bend he would have normally got.
Got his own Fogarty. Snap. Yes.
Goal. Unbelievable.
Well, they can do no wrong, Springvale. He's got 3 off the interchange bench, Mick Fogarty.
Well, they're the only ones that haven't read the script, Springvale.
Well, that's because they've written it themselves.
Have a look at this. They're just dynamite at the ball. That's the key thing. They're just hard at the ball. They run, and of course the distinct edge in pace has been so pronounced.
Proved to be. Too far out to score. Wilson down the middle. Peacock at the back. Strong mark to Rennett's in front. It's 16 points and Springvale lead. Rennett's high one. Here comes Aziz. Couldn't get there in time. Morgan roving. Off the ground by Wilkins. McDonald got a high one. Not paid. Aziz goes in strongly on Morgan. Clark, his handball, couldn't find the gap. The players look dog-tired halfway through the final term. Picked up by Lamont. Loose one for Aziz. Will he pick it? Will he kick it? He has. Yes, it's there. Jack gets his fourth. And the margin is back to 10 points.
And that goal umpire is breathing a big sigh of relief because he was in the field of play when it went through.
But and almost unsighted he was too, Peter.
It followed him, this ball.
Yeah. But a good return for persistence there by Werribee. They really worked hard in the clinches there. McDonald.
Doc holding up Williams. We've played 27 and a half minutes. It's a 9-point lead for Springvale.
Well, there's still time, Peter. Couple of minutes. Anything can happen. Goal here to Werribee and anything's possible.
Came off Watts' foot. Rennett's trying to conjure something up. Helfen holds it up.
Great play, Marty Helfen. Tremendous football to hold that ball in. Out of position, Tim Rennett's. It's their last chance, I think, Werribee. It'll be a minute and a half.
Rayburn. Can he mark this one, Aziz? He's got a free kick.
Yeah, he was all over in that occasion.
Well, Sam,
Jack.
Goal here, and
he's kicked 95 goals this season. He hasn't had a more important kick this year. Three points the difference. 5 goals today from Jack Aziz.
Is there time?
Yes, Sam, there's time, all right.
28 and a half minutes gone. There it is, right over the shoulder from Smith.
Yes, it was there, Peter. The umpire had to pay it.
The ball's gone flat.
Oh, you're kidding. You are kidding.
Yes, it has been punctured the ball to add to the intrigue. Surely time on's been blown.
Yes, this won't hurt Werribee, but it might just stop a little bit of their momentum if they had any.
One last thrust.
Aziz hit the post earlier on. That one just sneaked in. Clark over the top. Helfen caught. Scurra caught. McDonald's kick. Power. Oh, good evasion. Matt Power to Jack Aziz. Oh.
Siren time.
Jack Aziz to win the preliminary final for Werribee. He'll kick from just under 50 metres, right on the edge of his capabilities. It's a goal! Werribee are into the grand final with the last kick of the day. Jack Aziz does it.
I don't believe this. I honestly don't believe it. Look at the euphoric scenes from the Werribee people and the players.
Neil Connell. He must have thought he'd never play in a VFA grand final when his team Brunswick Broadmeadows were disbanded. And Springvale's fairy tale has ended. One kick shy of making the grand final. And who could blame them if they're all in tears? I think that was Rod Morgan, the captain. And Werribee have snatched it out of their grasp. Donald McDonald, the rookie coach, up against Damien Drum, the rookie coach, in the VFA Grand Final next week at Princes Park. But this final series has been made by this team, Springvale. They lost their first 5 games. Then in round 12, they beat Werribee and started an improbable run to the grand final. It wasn't to be. The Bees are there. And they've done it by 3 points. Jack Aziz hit the post and then kicked 2 goals in time on to have 6 for the game to get them there.
There were some who said, Peter, that in the big games you didn't produce. Now, to have to kick that goal, Sam, under immense pressure, having hit the post 2 shots earlier, I tell you what, he'd be telling a few blokes he can play now.
Well, Phil, also, and I thought to myself after that ball went through, it was probably fitting that he would kick it because he's been subject to a lot of criticism on, you know, the fact that choking on big occasions, but he certainly pulled through on the most important of occasions. And just looking at the scenes, you know, from Springvale's point of view, Rod Morgan and a number of players obviously dejected, and having been through it myself, I know exactly the hollow feeling that's prevalent in that Springvale camp at the moment. And they'll be consoling each other and, you know, trying to rationalise something that's bypassed them, that perhaps, you know, asking themselves how. But Ross Booth, I think, is out there with them all.
Well, you can see the knot of Werribee players, but away to the right, there's a knot of Springvale players. They haven't left the ground with their heads bowed.
You'd reckon it was a grand final, Peter, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, I mean,
kind of scenes
it's
of a grand
1990
final.
all over again, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Only
The
this
VFA's
time,
been able to produce them.
But I got to endorse your comments, Peter, that, you know, this side here that we see on screen now has made this series.
yes, there's not a doubt about that.
And everyone at the Moorabbin Oval is applauding them off the field, and rightly so, because they've been an absolute ornament to the game. Phillips had a wonderful series.
What a series. He kicked 3 goals again today. And against the Breeze in the last term. Paul, what was their biggest lead? I think they got to 12, wasn't it? 2 goals, I think. But Jack Aziz has kicked 3 goals in the last quarter and hit the post. Well, one more game they've got to now think about. But they can be allowed a little bit of celebration, I think, Werribee. And Bernie Shee being hugged by Damien Drum, who will have his team to face Werribee next week, Port Melbourne. Ross Booth, let's find out about the man of the match.
Well, here's the man of the match. He's been missing a bit of that celebration. And to present the VicSafe man of the match, Mal Hyde, the Assistant Commissioner.
Congratulations, Mark. A terrific game. I've much pleasure in awarding you the VicSafe Man of the Match award. Best of luck for next week in the grand final.
Thank you.
Well, Mark, you've had time to regain your composure, have a drink. Did you feel that it had gone? You missed your opportunity late in that last quarter? Really?
Not really. Like Macca just says, keep having a dip. Like, you're always in the game, so as long as you keep having a dip, you're always there for a shot. So we're confident here.
Amazing club, aren't they, Springvale, on that run home, and the way they came back from, I think you were 4 goals up at one stage.
Yeah, that's Springvale through and through, like full, what do you call it?
Guts.
Yeah, they just show guts all day, and we knew they'd just keep having a go at us, and we were just told to keep having a go, and one-on-one would come through.
Did you watch Jack have that last kick, or did you look away?
No, I watched him, and he's just saying, please, please, please. So he's a happy man too.
I bet he is. Okay, now there's the keys to the Mazda.
Thanks,
and I don't suppose you'll be driving around all that much this week, and with preparation. You played in the grand final before?
Yeah, Footscray Reserves in '88, we had a big win, so...
This could be bigger.
Yeah, this will be bigger. Werribee's first premiership, and we're out to make history next week, so...
Yeah, congratulations on the game, and well done to the Tigers. Through to the grand final, Werribee against Port Melbourne. Our man of the match, Mark Cullen.
Well, Donald McDonald down in the dressing rooms with Ross Booth, and I think Jack Aziz might be getting a word in too.
Yes, and certainly the Werribee cheer squad are getting a word in, Donald. Well, what an amazing comeback.
Yeah, I mean, it was just unbelievable. We just kept persisting, and if we keep having a dip, I mean, those things will come out. I mean, Springvale, just sensational. I mean, they are magnificent. I mean, it's easy for me to say that because I'm the victor, and if I had lost, I'd be as shattered as they were. But to our guys' credit, they just kept having a dip, and now it's even money chance now.
Even money chance. Now, tell me, what went through your mind when Jack hit the post with that shot at goal?
Well, I just looked at the clock. I thought there was 5 minutes to go. We just didn't. There was not enough time to drop your head. I mean, so we just had to keep having a dip. And I remember it happened to us a couple of times at North in those situations. We kept going and going and going. Won the game. So I just thought, well, maybe it might come off today. And it did, you know. And this bloke, well, he was just magnificent, Jack. You know.
David Alder had to come off with his cramping.
Oh, no, Dave just, Dave come off. I just thought he was tiring a bit. He hadn't played for 5 weeks, and I just thought I better jump in. I hadn't done much myself, but that bloke Clark, I mean, he's just a magnificent player.
Okay, well done, Donald. We better have a word to the hero.
Yeah,
well done. Jack is his. Well done. 6 goals, was it?
I think I kicked 5, mate.
Was it?
Yeah.
I might have marked that last one down.
Just full credit for the boys. I mean, you're only as good as the blokes down the ground, and I thought I let them down at one stage, and I still feel as though I let them down. We probably should have won that game by about 3 or 4 goals. hit the post quite a few times. Got to work on my kicking. I know you keep telling me Sam kicking.
Well, he did. In fact, he was going on about it today, so you're leaning back too much. But
well, yeah, I did that a few times, yeah. I don't know what it was. When it gets windy, you know, I'm a little bit hesitant and I don't kick through the ball. But I don't know, I just kept on persevering. There was no way I was going to let the boys down. And, well, a bit of luck on my side, I kicked the goal anyway. So.
How far out when you kicked that last one?
It was about 45 metres out. You know, I think I had about 3 shots that quarter and 3 others. I think I kicked 2 goals, 3. That really, you know, I should have kicked them.
And tell me, what went through your mind when you did hit the post from that tight angle the last
Well,
quarter?
if I had been kicking straight, I thought to myself, well, you know, I'm bound to miss one sooner or later. Because I've kicked so bad, I thought the opposite. I thought, well, I'm bound to kick one. So, you know, I was fairly confident going for that kick. I mean, I couldn't kick as bad as I was before, so I thought sooner or later my luck's going to change, and it did.
And coming off last week, Paul Barlow had the better of you. What did you think?
There's no doubt. I did lower my colours last week, and I just want another chance to play next week against Paul Barlow, especially. And I think I knew that we can win today. We can take the big one. There's no doubt.
Okay. Right. Well done, Jack.
Thanks, mate.
Terrific.
Thanks,
Terrific. Jack is a full forward. I'll let you. We're going to compose you down here. We'll be back with some more interviews soon.
Ross Booth again.
Yeah, so with me is Frank Lessaputty. And Frank, after missing a few games of injury, now you get a chance to play in your grand final. There's someone saying you're a bit of a baby.
It's just magnificent, Ross. Like, the pressure today, we didn't stop all day. It's been a trait of Werribee all year. We've just fought every game out right to the last siren, which is just fantastic.
Now, I guess you'd be feeling something not all that much for Bernie Shee, whom you were with at Werribee for those couple of years.
Oh, yeah, just like say, thanks for Springvale for a hard game and bad luck for Bernie. He's done well with Springvale and getting them into the finals in the first place and bringing them this far. But it's just good that we're there. I know, I just can't get over it. Come in here, Pete.
How are those shoulders?
Shoulders good as gold, mate. You can hit me as hard as you like.
I won't try. Peter Williams, well done on your game.
Thanks.
And this will be your first grand final, will it?
No, I played in the under-19 grand final last year, so another step.
You're a local.
Yeah, local boy. Played in the under-19s last year, so.
And played in the you played in the VFA side.
Yeah.
Terrific. How did you find the going out there, the ground?
Yeah, it was a good win. We battled hard all day. You know, we fought it out. Everyone did their job, so it was a great win. Great win.
Okay, thanks, Peter. Thanks. And I think we've got Richard Geary here.
The big baboon.
Hi, Ross. How are you? Bit of ice on the hand. Nothing much of a problem?
No, not much problem. No, I got stood on the first quarter, so it should be all right. Just a bit of a bruise. Yeah, be all right.
And confident for Port next week?
Yeah, we're confident. Yeah, I think after last week, having come back from 7 goals down, it's we're really confident that we can knock them off. Yeah.
You've got to put 4 quarters together, I guess, against Port Melbourne.
Yeah, we do. No, they're not going to be easy. No way, but it's on the day. We're there, and it's on the day now. So it doesn't matter what's happened in the past. So yeah,
okay. Richard Geary. So I guess the feelings down here is like as if Werribee won the grand final. I guess really they need to keep the lid on it and come up against Port Melbourne next week. Pretty happy down here.
Yeah, Ross, just my feeling, I'm not down there, but it seems like the spectators might feel that they've won the grand final. The players seem to be keeping
Donald's, but look, he's a very experienced campaigner, Donald McDonald. He'll give them half an hour or so. They'll have quite a few ales tonight and a bit of light banter, and I think the lid will be firmly placed back on it.
We'll just get an AFL update on the game at the MCG, and, well, I don't think that's quite over yet, but you'd say that 21 points means West Coast have not defended their AFL premiership. Essendon having won that first semi-final, it would appear. But here it was 3 points. The final score 14-14-98 for Werribee, 14-11, 95 to Springvale. Springvale led by 12 points going into time on, or just before time on. Into time on, they were up by... by 9 points. 9 points. They led by 12 at one stage, but an improbable finish. And Werribee are through to the grand final against Port Melbourne. And Ross is still in the Tiger Rooms.
Yes, well, they're all lining up here for their interview. Obviously, very happy. Jason Watts, Richie Rayburn, Ian Wilson, and Andrew Button. And boys, what did you do when Jack was having that kid? Did you look away?
At the start, I did, but in fact, it looked off the boot. Didn't look like a goal, but it just turned around and screamed.
Just had the legs. Now, you're not going to get the flu this week.
No, I'm better for the run, actually. I'm exhausted, but better for the run, yeah.
The ground's very heavy. It was heavy going, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was heavy when it was 20 degrees 2 weeks ago, and we all had long stops in then, so you can imagine what it was like today.
Richie Rayburn, your first grand final?
No, I played in 91.
Of course you did, with Willie.
Yep. I've played in 88 with Willie and 91, both losing ones, so hopefully third time lucky for me. So, hopefully we can pull a big effort out like this week.
Indeed. Jason, what's a great game of defence today?
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's great to be there. I mean, it's a pretty hard slog. Jack's kicked the goal and we're there.
Unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
Okay, and Mr. Versatility, Andrew Button, you certainly are back forward wherever they need you. Have you ever played in the ruck?
Wherever I get a game, I'll play. I don't care.
Strong overhead?
No, I don't think I'm that strong, but I'll take a few. So
you're a local recruit as well, aren't you? Grown up through Werribee?
Yeah. I was born in Werribee and I moved away for 4 years, but I've been back for 10 years now. So just great. I was there in '91. I didn't play, but just being around the club for that long is just sensational.
Okay, so a lot of talk about Werribee being a recruit or the home of many ex-AFL players, but as you can see, there are quite a few homegrown players down here for the Werribee Tigers. Looking forward to next week.
Yes, Ross, it's Donald McDonald's Werribee against Damien Drum's Port Melbourne. Join us 2 o'clock at Princes Park next Sunday.